Hello, I'm John Prox, I'm from John West. I'm having a Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair adventure. I'm going to pause this just to talk to you while I look for these truth bullets. We haven't even used this yet. Maybe it won't be used. Maybe it was... Did we use this and I forgot? We might have used it and I forgot. Okay. We are very close to the end of... We've not used the embarrassing pose. I don't even know how that works. I mean, that's the joke, isn't it? But... what else haven't we used? We've not used his account either. Okay, so there's some things we've actually read about but not used in an idea, which is... so we might just be at the end. After the blackout. Okay, that was actually used right at the start. I don't know, we've gone through all the evidence. Okay, so I'm going to look for the students. So, yeah, I thought I'd use this opportunity to talk. Because I think it's fair to say they've been clever about how they've done this murder, right? They've gone into this knowing that everyone, the only people who played this game have completed the first game. And I talked at great length in the first game about the layers, right? If you think about the first murder in the first game, they blame you for a while before we look at Leon. And then we find out that the actual murder was Sayaka, right? Who planned the murder, but Leon did self-defense. That's how that worked, right? So that was a 2/3 layered murder mystery. All the other mysteries after that were at least 3 layers. So if we think of... it might even be the second one. So the second mystery was because Byakuya was... oh yeah, so... the second murder in the first game pointed at Toko because Byakuya had framed Toko, but actually it was Mondo and it was really easy. So that's 3 layers, right? And they're all kind of like that up until the suicide, which was the 4th one, and that was 4 layers because it immediately had those 2 suspects. Then Aoi, but then it turned out to be suicide, Sakura. The point I'm making is that it grew in layers each time, and the last one was a bit weird. It's really hard to judge that last case. This has done it differently. We're on at least, if we're counting in layers, we are on 4 at least already. So we've got briefly they blamed. Pekka Yama, right? Just very briefly. Then they got really big on... No. Then it was Fuyuhiko. I don't know the order. Then Nagito. Then Terutoru. That's 4 layers already. But it doesn't feel like layers anymore. It feels like they're putting a lot more effort into covering all their bases. And dare I say, they may have improved the writing to make it less predictable. Because it was in the first game where you go, it's clearly not you because all the evidence is pointing at you. Whereas now, yeah, nothing pointed at Pekoyama other than she wasn't there and there was a closed door, right? We had to figure that out. Like, it's clever. It's better. Now, I still don't know who it is. But I think we can happily use this as an example to learn from.
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there.
But the fire door.
Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teruteru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why?
Because he can talk from under the floorboards.
Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teruteru's hope?
Gaps in the floorboard. Oh, we're using the evidence twice.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice.
Crap!
Yep, okay.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the store?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Well, stop changing your words. I can't do that. No, it's not.
Just because we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teruteru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teruteru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
Oh, hang on, my face is in the wrong place.
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
Ooh, I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teruteru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
We got photographs.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying. However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I need to throw that question at him. What? We need to throw that question at him. I don't know what that means.
I can prove it with this. If
not been
you're
used.
claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back,
Oh, that's why it's there. That's clever. Because he would remember Mikan. It would be something really memorable to him.
then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
That's clever. That's really good. It's just me going. I spent this entire case going. What? How is that going to help us? How is that going to help us?
Whoa, what? No! Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
I'm claiming this as a victory. I said Teru. I didn't even write it down as the first murderer. Did I even write down it? No, because I do it at the time.
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly. How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Just guess. She's embarrassed. Guess based on that. Oh, I like the purple effect.
Huh? That's weird.
That's
Just
why he's a
slipped
pervert for
from
this
my
one
mind.
moment. That's clever. This is really good.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so, Nagito, say something.
That's interesting.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon
Just
hasn't
skewer.
been cleared up
We're missing
yet.
before start.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters
skewer.
in diameter.
Or the awl. It's called an awl, isn't it?
Also, if they stab from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Is he too short?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all. Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon
It
was.
was the awl.
Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. This is Hangman's Gambit. Thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. What was that? Let's give it our all, shall we? Am I confusing the word for something else? Oh, I'm just gonna... Iron skewer. Okay. Oops. Hey, yeah. Thank you. You took bloody ages to turn a bar. Ah! Need that W again. Oh! No! Yeah, I can just move stuff. Come on!
I got it!
What's an all? Oh, no.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Yeah, what's the all?
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril!
Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I feel the way you're...
Avril Lavigne?
Okay, I'm glad that was the reference.
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
You might be thinking, why does Japan know about Avril Lavigne? She did do that Japanese song though, but she's also in the credits of the One Piece movie. One Piece being an anime about pirates.
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru leave the old building.
Maybe he stabbed it into the ground.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
There's dirt underneath there, you just bury it.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh! Whoa!
Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields, of course they will, and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time, but sorry, the panic talk action. PTA. We'll shorten it to that. During PTA, you must destroy all your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the B button, and you'll be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterwards, if you release the beat button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked on remarks and destroy it. This still makes no sense, by the way. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you'll end up getting hurt. If you're on PTA, you can press the do this consecutively, you'll get a combo, keep going, you get a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes, this will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed at the top, bottom, left. Hang on, what? Final argument. Top, bottom, left and right sides of the screen, each of these 4 words sort of corresponds to the buttons. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, your opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Oh! Whoa! What the hell you even saying, you do hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick? I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
Just condemn him. The iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it, the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Well, like under the floorboard, for instance. Could it have been in an unexpected place? What, in that giant piece of meat? Where would that be? Where would he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Terra the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable!
Sorry, what? Lock on and attack, select final strike. What?
Nonsense!
So
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know!
I
Nonsense!
stopped for a while because I thought I was doing it wrong.
Where would the weapon be?
On the meat. Did I get it wrong? Why is he talking about Paris Hilton? It's no use, I can't go on any longer. Don't have any other options. Was I wrong with on the meat bone? On the bone meat? Was I supposed to say... Everyone doubts me. But why? Why would they vote for me?
This is our end?
Yes, I would like to be tried.
We will never give up!
I still don't like this.
What the hell you even saying?
He said, I guess.
I'm hiding and dig.
Okay, I'm so confused. What, I just keep pressing A and...
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up!
Yeah, I've got...
That's impossible!
I had a 29 combo until I tried looking
Nonsense!
at the
Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense!
combo. Actually says the BPM as well.
Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense!
Why is that last shield not destroying?
Shut up! That's impossible!
I don't think I get this.
Nonsense! Where would the weapon be?
On the bone meat. What did I get wrong?
Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Unforgivable! Shut up! That's impossible!
Okay, I don't know if I get this or not.
Unforgivable!
Because it looks
Where would the weapon be?
on the bone.
I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Where would the weapon be?
On the meat bone. What?
Unforgivable!
What am I doing wrong? Oh, I did this in the first game as well. I just couldn't figure out how to do this.
Nonsense! Unforgivable! Shut up! Where would the weapon be?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm just gonna look it up because I don't understand. Sorry. Am I being dumb? Possibly. But it's making no sense to me. On the bone meat. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is. I'm going to show you. You probably... There's a chance that you just knew the answer and you're like screaming and go, John, it's this! But I don't think I would have ever got this right without cheating. Because it's something I don't eat.
This is my... We will never give up!
Oh, what?
It's still rubbish.
I guess.
I'm not hot.
He said.
I'm hot. Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know!
Do I need a combo?
Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable!
I don't get why they felt the need to put this in the game.
Nonsense!
It's just tapping in time.
Shut up! That's
Like
impossible!
at least before you had to select the other things.
Nonsense!
But now it seems to do both. Unless I'm doing something wrong. But if I'm doing something wrong, I'm getting there eventually.
Where would
It's
the weapon
meat
be?
on the bone.
This is the end.
I didn't realise that was the name. That was the name of a thing. You can eat meat on the bone, but like I didn't realise that's the name.
The iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone.
The iron skewer had been hidden on the meat bone. I feel like that makes sense as a sentence. That's all I'm saying.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked.
Seems there's no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. It appears to be the case. Phew. I wouldn't have known what to do if he said the fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here! I'm already eating it!
I forgot during one of these things, and I'm sorry about that, but
A bear that eats meat!
it's most bears.
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal. What is this? So yummy! Damn it! That's my meat! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out. Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
I'm counting that as a win on me. I did guess Teru. Right. In the lift. He was my guess. I can go check. I know I changed my mind like 11 times during the case. But I did say Teru as my final guess before the trial. I stumbled upon it. It was a complete guess. I didn't have any of the information. But I think I'm taking that as a win anyway.
As expected of Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
That's why she's best girl.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks. You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
It's written on the bottom of the screen, that's why. Let's just deal with Nagato later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning
she's
to
our
end
Kyoko.
and make everything clear.
I guess the other way the game's tricked me is into thinking people as these sort of binary copies when they're clearly not. Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Terry's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My chair's feeling really unstable. My throb is chesting. What? That's what they said. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is a closing argument. In this phase, you'll give the complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels will make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be the correct panels placed among incorrect panels. Oh, it's new. This is different. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. Okay, this is different, like a jigsaw puzzle. After that, if you fill in the holes, you'll clear the challenge. I wish you'd let me see the things that I'm trying to do. You're describing stuff that I have to use my imagination, and then a screen without the instructions. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill in some, it'll become much simpler. For those who have played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. And now then, while playing and solving the closing argument, there's a certain trick. If you move the vertical onto the gaps on each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the vertical on the truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in the panel. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck, have fun! What? Everyone in the party is... Also, I've got to do these first? The office room where the blackout occurred. Big meat on the bone. Okay, musician has amazing hearing. Yeah, who stepped on a foot? Storage room before the blackout. In the storage room, when the blackout... No. I don't understand. Chiaki is guarding the old building entrance. Is she? This doesn't seem relevant to any of the panels. Knife was found under the table. The killer obtained light in the schoolroom. Killer do after exiting the dark hall. One of those three things. Killer obtained a light. I'm guessing now, it doesn't make any sense to me. You saw the knife, but I don't have that option. Okay, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Have I forgotten some controls or something? Everyone at the party is... Okay, that was weird. That didn't make any sense to me, I'm sorry. Okay. No? Same scene as the office and the dining hall, but it's dark. Okay, that made no sense. Switched on. Oh, is it going down? Oh, I'm going to be crap at these. Right. It's not that, because that's there. That's there. Alright, I'll go... What did he see? No good so, okay. Oh. Cool. I'm crap with this, aren't I? Alright, stop guessing, John. What? I failed. Alright, I'm doing terrible. I don't think I've ever failed one of those before. You know what? I think if one liked the comic before, why did it need to be changed?
This is mine.
Yes?
We will never give up.
No, I suppose not. Try that again, because I did awful. I just did terrible. Yay, it's all different. Eating food. Soldiering before the blackout. Same scene in the office. Right, John, you already know what 3 of them are. No, he switched it on, John. Come on, John. Let's have a look around. Oh. Cool. Nope. That's switched on, John. Last stock. There's the knife. So incredible hearing.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel.
Okay, I'm just going to move my face because it's like there's lots of interesting looking pictures. As soon as I find the... There we go. Sorry. Let's put it there.
He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway.
I like that they're showing him at the door and her in the toilet, like that perspective trick.
But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on.
So I figured that bit.
Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles.
How did he see his case?
Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen.
Which is how I guessed it was him.
They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage.
Accidentally setting himself on fire.
They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime. Especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
Complete!
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
Right. I'm going to try and find my face. Also, I think I took a little bit too long. Really, I shouldn't have made the last 2 episodes shorter, but never mind.
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
I didn't do very well at the end there. B. And I got some coins! Yes! I got some coins! Detail.
It looks like your argument has come to a close.
I'm gonna have to move my face because
Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
they don't trust you, mon ami.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Right, let's move my face again. Yay! Hang on, it's going to do another screen first, isn't it? Castral end, all rise. Alright, we're not quite done yet.
Correct!
Yahoo!
Hang on, I put it literally just in the name. Okay, there we go. That's right! This time the Blackened responsible for killing Byakuya Tagami is Terutamu Hanamura!
No.
Are you serious? Out of all of these people, you saying a ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But... why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nikita from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall when I peeked over there. I saw him. Does that actually make sense? I'm just going to show you the screen. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. I saw him place the irons he brought into the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he...
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught.
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be good use to them. I love all the ultimates, and I admire them for their being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why. I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you'll become even stronger yourself? Which means, the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right?
I
want to see that brightness. In order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine, It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Don't tell me. You're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright if this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I could be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way, no way, no way!
You. There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? I'm gonna cruelly leave it here. I've been John Foxy on Channel West. I've been having a Danganronpa Goodbye Despair adventure. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.